Hey, good morning. It's Tango Oscar Mike. It's early Sunday morning, and I was headed out to clean up debris and try to get some stuff, a lot of branches and stuff in my neighbor's yard, some big branches. And it's not supposed to rain until like 4 o'clock today, and it just started raining. But I think I'm just going to put on a coat and start working anyhow. I'll get wet. Well, it didn't rain too much, and I've been hauling stuff, tearing up my yard. So I have a trailer. You probably have seen it sitting in there in some videos. It's pretty heavy, and if I load it up and I try to pull it with my ATV, the ATV will pull it, but going down the hill, that trailer will just basically overrun the ATV and probably crush me, kill me, whatever. So I borrowed my brother's side by side, which is was parked over at my nephew's. So I went over and got it, and they beat these things up, man. They abuse it. So this is all the wood we got out of the neighbors' yards. There's still more. The bigger stuff, they have family or friends that's going to come and take that wood. But this is just all stuff that I'll have to trim up and get on a bonfire and get burned up. But the neighbor's son, who was helping us load, did come down and help me unload a couple of these. So that good. Some of them we were actually able to pull and actually slide right out of the back of the units. So I'm gonna get my gloves and see if I can get any luck there. And Augie's gonna love exploring this stuff. But I have I have my big saw, but then I have a little echo saw. Uh, I don't know, short. I think I put a shorter bar on it. Maybe it's a 12, 14-inch bar. That's good for just buzzing up this little stuff, nice and light. You can work with it longer. But I'll be down here doing that at some point. Let's see if this will slide. Oh, maybe. Come on. No. I was hoping it would slide so I can just kind of pull this stuff out. You know, I have a friend who has a saying that everybody wants to be country until it's time to do country stuff. And it's true. I don't mind. The other side of the road, that's my property, is still completely covered in debris and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. I can get that at any time. I'm just trying to get the stuff out of my neighbors' yards because with all the rain we've had, everybody's grass is growing and everybody's going to need to cut their grass. So just trying to help them out. Everybody's been really nice. They've been thanking me. Like I said, I'm doing it. I think it's the right thing to do. Try to help them out. I just drank a bunch of water. Had some animal crackers, an Advil, and an Naproxen. Because I'm already hurting a little bit. I think I need a rotator cuff on my one shoulder, and the doctor just keeps putting it off. You know? But And a lot of this is good. I'm not going to, this isn't just going to be one big bonfire. I'll cut a lot of this up and get a lot of little pieces out of here that you can burn. I mean, everybody wants the big pieces. Sometimes these little pieces are nice because you don't have to, split them. You know, you can throw them right on the fire, but it's going to take a long time before all this dries out. The lines, I mentioned that there were still lines down on the ground. That was the telephone company. They were just here and put the lines back up. And they said that we were hit harder than anybody. He said there's nobody else in the area that has this much tree damage. They replaced 2 telephone poles along the road. One, I think you saw, was broken in half. The other one was cracked at the base. So they decided to replace that one too, which I didn't know until I went down there. But the neighbors were telling me about it. So, well, it just started raining again. It's a little after 2. I didn't think it was supposed to start raining until 4. It's just sprinkling, but I just ran the saw that I was using out of gas. I really don't feel like filling it up to run another tank through it. I was using the little saw to cut up all the brush and debris that I brought over to my property. You can't just pile up branches. They have to be cut. Plus, I'm getting a bunch of little wood out of it that it's 100% burnable. It's just a little work to get it out of there. But like I said, I'm using a small saw because to do that with the big saw would be exhausting. But I'm using a little Echo that I've had since we bought the house. So it's like 12 years old. Thing still runs like a top. But it's only good for little stuff. So I'm using it basically as my trim saw and just chopping up all the stuff down there. The neighbors' yards are in pretty good shape. There's still some stuff in some of them. People are coming to get some wood. Some wood has to be moved, but I'm done. It's been a good day. Like I said, I came out, I think 9:30, something like that, and started. It's a little muddy, like I said. I was using that side-by-side, which tore up the hill coming up here to the house. But it's a lot of weight. That trailer weighs a lot. It's like 600 to 800 pounds or something like that. The last time I remember it being weighed. But I'm disgusting. I feel disgusting. But I feel good. The neighbors were very grateful that I was over there helping and helping them clean up their yards. I was told the township is going to come. There's some trees that are leaning. And the neighbor told me that the township said they were going to come back up with a tree crew and cut those trees so they wouldn't fall on the power lines and do some other trimming along the road, which is great. But we have a lot of trees and they lean over the road. They reach for the sunshine and that's the way they grow and that's the way they lean. But that tree in our front yard that broke, I'll post a selfie I took, but that's a big freaking tree and all of that's gone out of the neighbor's yard for the most part. Like I said, there's a little bit of brush here and there. But as long as it's out of the neighbor's yard and it's all along the road, we can get up there and clean it anytime. I know some other people want to come and get some wood, and I'm like, hey, first come, first serve. You know, if somebody wants to show up and get it, get it. I've got enough myself down here. Plus, I got this other tree up in the front yard I got to get to yet. There's so much work to do. So much work, but I do enjoy this type of work, even though I'm getting older and I'm popping pain meds from my right shoulder. You know, I enjoy being out here and busting my ass. I wish the pups could be out here with me. Danny's still recovering. And if you separate Augie from her, she goes freaking ballistic and starts screaming and barking and stuff. So they're inseparable. But I'm done. Good day. Feel good about it. I'm going to go in, get a shower, drink a bunch more water, have a glass of bourbon, and, you know, figure out a good dinner. I've told all the neighbors and everything Whoever wants wood along the road has my permission, because my property goes like 100 yards that way along the road. It's only a thin strip, but it's the whole frontage of the road. So, but yeah, good deal. Well, again, it's Sunday, a couple days after. Hope you enjoyed it.